Ottoman Empire and Austrian-Hungarian Empire met. This is where they were leveraging who has bigger power. Yesterday Mirna also mentioned to you that this was the city where the First World War started, or in other words, where the cause for it was made. It's an interesting story, in fact, how Franz Ferdinand was assassinated. So in the beginning of the 20th century, next to the Yugoslav idea, every country obviously had a little bit more nationalistic idea. So one of them also existed in Serbia, just like in all the other republics. And they had a small hidden society that was called the Black Hand. And the Black Hand was not modest but moderate. They didn't want to make anything radical. But when they were getting new people that they wanted, which they were using to help out with spreading their ideas, unfortunately they didn't probably filter, so to say, all the bad ones, or the ones that could make some problems. Among them was also Gavrilo Princip, who was a Serbian that assassinated Franz Ferdinand. Franz Ferdinand was heir of Francis Joseph, or in other words, the person who was getting on throne after Francis Joseph. So he was visiting Sarajevo in 1914 to show to the people of Bosnia and Herzegovina, which was just recently annexed by Austrian-Hungarian Empire, which also in that way were showing off their power to the rest of the Europe, that they are now part of one of the greatest empires in Europe, and they shouldn't be afraid of anything, but they should in fact be very happy for it. So he came here to the city of Sarajevo with the railway that was also built to show them that now they are really connected, that Sarajevo is connected with Zagreb, and through Zagreb that it is connected with two capitals of Austrian-Hungarian Empire, namely Vienna and Budapest. And when he arrived to the city, a lot of people welcomed him, and of course a lot of them were happy. Maybe some were paid to be happy, but at some point he went out from his car, and there was a lot of struggling around him. So he went back to the car, and somebody threw a bomb not far away from his car. And in that moment, when the bomb exploded, his wife was injured, but he was still okay. So they took him back to the palace, to the Caesar's palace, and he was angry. But he wanted to go back into the crowd to show them that he is not a coward, that he is a true man, and that he is really there for them. And this was his big mistake, because this second time when he went back to the city center, Gavrilo Princip got very close to the car and managed to kill him. So this was the moment which triggered the First World War, which, even though it's usually less in focus than the Second World War, which was unfortunately bigger, when it comes to Europe, definitely First World War had much bigger impact, not just on the geography itself, but also on the creation of new nations, or in other words, putting them on the map of Europe.